What's up, everybody? Homies out there. Welcome back to another episode of
Stu!
Okay, so today I wanted to just process with my dad kind of in real time. I've been really going through it lately around aging. And I feel like this is hard to talk about because it is so, it's kind of embarrassing, it's kind of vulnerable, it's all the things. But anyway, I just am feeling scared to get older because of just where I am in my life. Like, I don't, I'm not married right now. I was before. We all know that now. I was before. I'm not married now. I don't have a baby. These are just like thoughts that I have. Like, even though in my mind, I know on one hand, I can have whatever I want, right? And I can manifest anything that I want. But on this hand, what's here is like societal standards and all the things. And it's just like, oh, you're old. You'll never. So I don't know. I'm feeling overwhelmed by this. Yeah.
Well, I would tell you will be overwhelmed if you listen to all of the hype out there, because everybody out there will tell you how you can't do something. And if you believe it, I promise you, you won't.
Yeah.
You won't do it. And getting older is part of life. I mean, none of us will ever stay young forever, even though we would like to think that.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, no. But if you really could, would you want to be a certain age forever?
No. I like this age. I like the 30s. Like the 30s are
And
like
what?
you can't tell. You know what I mean? Like it feels like you're 20, but you're not yourself. Like I feel good. It's just the realization is there that wow, you're in your 30s. Like it's a lot.
Is that supposed to be a bad thing? Because
No,
regardless
it's
of who you are,
yeah.
if you live, you're going to get there. Even if, we all start off very young. But as life progresses, we will get there. And that doesn't mean that life is taking a nosedive because you're turning a year older
Yeah.
every year. I think with that, the tragedy of turning older is you're not improving. If you're doing the same thing you were doing when you was 7 or 8, then that's the tragedy. But as we live this life and go through this life, we should pick up some lesson learned along the way.
Yeah. I mean, I do feel like I am getting better. Like as time goes on, like I do feel like I'm elevating and I'm learning a lot about myself. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's the two sides of my brain. It's like, yeah, over here feels really good. Like I wouldn't have wanted to be a mom, I don't think, in my first marriage because we just weren't there.
Well, you wasn't ready
Yeah, we
because
just
what?
weren't there yet. Yeah. But now I feel like, man, if I had a baby, I would love to have a baby at this age because I could teach it all the things and get, I feel like I'm just in a more established place financially, mentally, spiritually, all the things that I want to welcome a child into that because I know how important that is to guide
Yes.
them. And like, we basically program kids. So it's, yeah.
And I think that's a very noble concept that you have right now because a person's ability to have a kid doesn't make them a mom.
I know.
You just have the ability to have one, but what are you doing? What can you give the kid
Yeah.
at that age? Because I truly believe nature has a way of doing things that we all can fit in the scheme of life. Nothing happened too fast or too slow. When things happen, I think it happened at the time it's supposed to, at the appointed time, if we can say that. Because if you had had a kid at your very young age, I think you could have sold into that kid some really unwanted stuff that you didn't intentionally wanted to give the kid because of the circumstances you found yourself in.
Yeah. It's true. It's just sometimes I wish I had a baby. Then other times like I said, I'm really grateful that I didn't. But it's just now that I'm in this place, it's like, like I'm starting to feel that like,
Why? Because TV told you at a certain age you should be having a baby.
yeah.
And like I
Not
told
only TV. Yeah, I guess TV,
it
as
is.
you call it, TV.
That's the advertisement of social media.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It just really just boggle my mind when I hear people, oh, I'm not 30, I can't have the baby because something might happen. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've seen people in their 40s having babies before I grew up.
I know. And you tell me that all the time. This is just a process I think I'm going to go through. And I feel like it's getting better. This week, I felt like I've really gone through some sort of like change, like awakening when it comes to like identity and aging and all this stuff and my stuff around, I guess, losing my looks. Like that's hard for me. And I think because I realize I put a lot of my self-worth and value in how I look rather than the other things I have to offer to the world as well.
And that is good. Taking care of your body, taking care of your health. You just can't, I mean, live reckless.
Yeah.
Do all this crazy stuff that people do to their bodies and figure
Yeah.
it's not going to have a toll on you in the long run. But if you're treating your body well, doing everything you're supposed to, getting the proper sleep, I mean, eating right, because that's a big thing right there. Our food is our medicine. And feeding our mind mentally too. You got to have the right thoughts. It's just not eating right, but the right thoughts in your mind.
Like what? Like I feel like I'm thinking the right thoughts, but like what are you saying?
But have positive. You cannot let people come in and say you're a bunch of snakes. If you don't want snakes,
Yeah, but like okay,
people
so
cannot give you something that you just gonna take just because they're giving it to you. What I'm saying is social media always giving us stuff. Whether it's good or bad, they'll give it to you. And subconsciously, if you're not aware of what's coming into you, you would take this. That's what I'm saying is people can say you're a box of snake and you can accept it.
yeah.
But the thing is no, I don't want that in my life and I'm not going to accept it. They'll try to give it to you. Don't leave the package at the door. Take it with you.
So like what can I think differently? You know what I mean? Like what do you feel like I'm doing or I'm not thinking?
I think
what do you-
whatever a person is out there, if you want to have a baby, then yes, you can have a baby, but you got to make sure you're doing everything right physically too, in order to welcome a baby.
I'm not talking about the people out there. I'm really talking about myself. Like what else?
I
do you
mean,
think?
you still got to make sure that you're eating right, exercising
Yeah.
right, you're doing all that. Now, I say that because a lot of people out there eat or whatever it is, but they're eating a lot of junk food. And I know you don't do that, but I'm just saying, if you want your body to operate at a premium, then you need to make sure that you put the right stuff into your body.
Yes.
Yes, you don't want to put kerosene in your body when it's supposed to be running off a high tech fuel, high tech fuel or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
I know.
You want to get the most bang out of your buck, and always eating fast food and processed food. No.
Yeah, like that part I am trying to prepare myself. Like I'm trying to prepare my body now because I do know that I can't prepare it when it's time. Like
Right. You have to do the
I have to
work beforehand.
yeah. So I'm trying to really like focus on that now, even before I call in the partner and the baby and like all this stuff. So I am trying to do that. I think it's more my mental, like my thoughts. That's what I'm asking. Like, what do you feel like? What thoughts or is there anything I can say to myself that you feel like I'm not doing that I could possibly do?
What is it that you want when you think about it? You want good things?
Yeah.
Whatever things are good, these are the things you should think of.
Yeah, I do. I want good things. Like I said, I want
And just focus
a
on that.
husband, a baby, like all those things. And so, yeah.
Yeah, focus on that.
Okay.
You got to focus on positive things. And I mean, you focus on that, you're going to get that kind of result.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to bring a kid into the world, all of this is a very important thing. I think everybody should be more responsible than just having a baby just for having a baby. A lot of people have kids for different reasons. For one is, oh, I have a baby with any great athlete, uh, entertainer, or whatever it is. You know, not that they really want a baby for themselves. They looking for a baby for another reason. I got a ticket now that I can live the lifestyle I want.
Okay, I don't want that.
But I know you don't want that. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that there's not other women out there that want that. And nothing is wrong with that per se.
Okay.
But I think you just got your cart before the horse. The thing it is you bring a soul into this world that need to be nurtured. That God has allowed you to be the overseer of. So you're supposed to do everything you possibly can to make sure this soul, this life, it function at the capacity in which God have given you the ability to operate in, the boundaries in.
Yeah.
So what we think and what we feel and what we do matters, especially in the family unit. Again, we've already said everything. You can trace everything. It go back to the family. If you see a kid acting up on the outside, he doing that at home. Very easy.
And
My mom used to tell us that all the time.
I know. I think it's like these are things like you're saying, and that's what I'm saying. Fundamentally, I understand. It's just some days I have to really talk myself down. Like
And it's
everything's gonna be
okay.
okay.
Sure.
Like you're gonna
Sure.
don't worry too much about it. And I try to like, carry on and do other things and distract myself and, like just not to focus on it too much. But it does come up like at least once a week, I would say.
Think about it. What's around you bringing it up? It's just them thoughts that then pop in your head. Something around you bring those thoughts
Usually
to
it's
us.
just I'm like, I don't know, I'll chopping vegetables or something. I'll just think
Oh,
about it.
okay, chopping vegetable, but subconsciously we got stuff coming to us all the time through some kind of social media. Even if you just got a movie on or music on or whatever it is, these subliminal messages are there,
Yeah.
are there,
Yeah.
are there.
And
But
I
when you say
try to
when
like
when you
block that stuff out. I try not to like watch too much or do, I really try to spend a lot of time with myself to make sure it's my thoughts and not
there you
somebody
go.
else's thoughts. I
And I think
do.
you said that earlier.
Yeah.
When you take time with yourself,
Yeah.
every day we had to take time with ourselves, just like you take time to eat, to take time to go to the restroom or whatever it is. But you have to consciously make time for your mental.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, all those everything out here will start depositing that trash into your bucket.
Yeah. I mean, I am trying to do that. And I'm also trying to be like, really loving towards myself when the thoughts come up as opposed to like, no, you can't do that, or no, no, no. I try to really like, okay, obviously it keeps coming up because something's in there. So I'm trying to show a lot of compassion for that, but not to let myself go down like a rabbit hole or anything, but really to that part of myself that's saying, hey, like we're scared. And I'm trying to really like give attention to that. I see that you're scared. I understand, really trying to hear that part of myself and to give it like encouraging words but like, just really try to like uplift myself too. Because I think that I don't want to also pretend that it's not there, that I'm not. Because I am. But I don't want to pretend that I'm not. And I think it's getting easier because I'm offering that part of myself compassion and not trying to like ignore it.
And I think that's a good thing. You have to love yourself and talk to yourself in good things. If you don't convince yourself, you can rest assured ain't no one else out here is going to try to convince you in doing anything good if they can't get nothing from it. People out here are so selfish. Everything I'm telling, when people saying this is about me, believe that. They truly believe it. It is about them because they don't care.
Yeah.
They would do whatever it is long their life is fulfilled or they desire fulfilled. They don't care about how that affect you. You think they care about mentally how you think? No, they just look at most women. Oh, I like that fine body, and hey, that's what he gonna focus on. Let me see. Is she moved by my nice car or my smoothness? Or when I act just like a great gentleman, can I hook her up? Can I hook her? Cause again, if you don't see the hook in the bait, you're gonna get caught every trip.
Well, yeah, and I think that's the danger, right? As you're getting older, and the thing about around aging, like I really have to be cognizant of that because I know that this is part of me that truly desires these things. And so it's true. I've had the smooth, I've had the gentleman, I've had them all, but I've had to really like decipher and like, kind of weed through to be like, are you really for me or no? Or is this like just the fear around time and having a baby and all this stuff that I just want to like do this and so I move forward. And I think that's hard too. I've done a good job of that, but I feel like it's still difficult because I'm like, I just want my judgment to be clouded with this. I want my judgment to be clear.
See, it's just not only the baby you desire, it's the family unit.
Yes.
Because, I mean, if you just wanted a kid, there's some women out there like, well, I'm going to get me a kid.
Yeah. I mean, I know I could just have a baby.
But you just don't want that. You want to be with a family.
Yes.
Where there's love and that you really care and the sacrifice that you make for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of it. To me, it's one of the most wonderful feelings I believe. You can compare it when you have a family, when God have allowed you to be the overseer of a family.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an awesome responsibility. And you got kids, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, this is my job is to protect this. So, okay, I got something I die for. Easy. No problem.
And that's what I want. And I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I want that. And I know I can get that. It's just, I'm in this, like, I'm closer to over here, but I'm still in the in-between of the fear. And I have to address it. Like, I do. I have to address it.
If you feel the fear, you're right. You should address it. Mm-hmm. Don't ignore it and try to pretend it's not there.
Yeah.
Because you and I both know it's there. Mm-hmm. The thing it is I need to face it. And what I'm gonna do about this fear. Because guess what? The fear only affecting you.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do about this?
That's true. And I saw like from one of the like spiritual teachers, she said, you can command your womb to do what it needs to do. And so she said, start talking to your body, start telling it, this is what we're going to do. This is what's going to happen. And she said that like doctors told her she would never have a baby. She would never be able to carry a baby, all the things. She said she started like commanding, like telling her womb, like, all right, this is what we're going to do. And she had a baby and she's perfectly healthy and she's an adult.
And
now,
I'm telling
like,
you, this human body is infinite wisdom. Mm-hmm. It has a lot that we just need to be open up to. Yeah. But no one is out there going to tell you anything positive. They want to tell you all the bad things so they can control you.
True. And maybe you're right, because that is why like this message is being pushed like out into the world about how like if you're in your 30s and you're not married, you don't have a baby, then well, so sad for you, like throw away the trash kind of thing. Like I'm telling you, Dad, that's like a message that's out there. And it's like big now. Like you're like there must be something wrong with you. I had like someone ask me on a date and he said, well, like there's something wrong with me, but he was like, yeah, most people would wonder. So he's kind of asking. He's like, most people would wonder, like, is something wrong? I'm like, no, nothing's wrong. No, I said relationships are nice. I'm just waiting for the right person.
That's right. Ain't nothing wrong.
Nothing's wrong with me.
No.
I'm just waiting.
It,
That's all.
it just not. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe
Yeah.
where every joker to come around. People would think that if you
Yeah.
don't think like that, something wrong. Nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, trust me. Everything's working just fine.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, it's just I've been through enough too to now I'm willing to wait. Like I've done that already. I've done that already. I've had a marriage. I've been in love. There's lots of things that I'm like, okay, I've experienced that now. I don't need more experiences. I want just the real deal now. So I'm willing to deal with myself until that comes because
Yes.
I want to be ready for that. And I think it's hard when I just don't want to carry this fear out into the world, into like dating relationships too, because I don't want that to drive it. I
That's
want
it.
wholeness and peace and recognition that this is there, but not, it's in the back, like I'm in the driver's seat. This is kind of in the back. Like, okay, I know you're there, but you're not in control of the car. What's in control of the car is like faith. And
Do you think a lot of women give in to that fear?
yes, 100%.
Why? I mean, why? I mean, I'm trying to look at it
Yeah.
from a man point of view. I'm like,
Well, you guys don't have the same biological clock that we do. I think we internally have like we know our body is telling us like, sister, how
what is
many.
it telling you, or is it social media telling you? Is your body telling you
Okay,
that, or
the
is
reality.
social media?
Okay, the reality of biological clock. I know that I probably don't have as many eggs as I did when I was like 21.
Oh, well,
Okay,
that.
that's the reality of my situation. However, that's where like the spiritual part comes in because I'm like, okay, even though that might be true, I can still talk to my body and tell it, yes, and you can still, be healthy, have a baby, all the things, right? But I do think women succumb to this fear because it's not an easy process. And also like all of the things around your mind, like controlling your mind, that's a skill you have to practice. It's not, especially if you're faced with this. I think sometimes it's easier, right? Like probably a 22-year-old, we're not having this conversation. We're just not about fear
Yeah.
around having, getting married. You have time. For us, the other people, we're like, okay, there's more time back there than there was in the
Again,
front.
who put
I,
that
you're
stipulation in?
right. I
Who
am.
put that time limit on you?
You're right.
Who did?
Me.
Because like I said, I know people in Alabama 45 years old having babies like it was nothing. Nobody was thinking like that.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm at this battle with like, you tell me these things, my mind is here. And I know in my soul, Dad, that like it is possible. All the things that I want are possible. I'm also having a human experience and I'm trying to like have my human experience with the knowing though, like the soul. I'm a soul inhabiting this body. My soul knows anything is possible. And so I'm just trying to reconcile both. That's all. Like, but back to your question, yes, I think it's hard for women to reconcile both. So then they succumb to fear and then they're in situations they really don't want to be in. And then we don't have world peace. I mean, I'm just serious. Like we do things because we feel we have to, as opposed to we want to do them. And I don't want to be like that.
Yeah, I can understand that. But all of this knowledge that you have about women getting out that you can't have a baby at
Yeah.
this age, you need to be this and this and that. Yeah, that maybe has some truth to it. But most of it is according to what you believe about yourself.
That's true. And that's what I want. Like I want to just have full
Continue.
trust, full just like, frolic around the world. Like it doesn't matter. I have a friend like that. I met her at a yoga retreat. She has there's no concept of time. She's in her 40s. She's like, I'll have a baby when I'm ready. Like it's good. And I was like, I want to be like you when I grow up. And I asked her, I was like, how do you not have this thing around time? She was like, we're infinite. Time is,
Because
a
you're
thing.
right. Who put limit on everything? Man does. People out here tell you better do this before that happens.
Yeah.
They never give you a choice. You need to do this before this happens. When you get a headache, take 2 stand back. Because they're going to tell you, you're going to get one.
Yeah. I'm working on it, and I feel like I'm getting there. It's getting easier. I will say it's not the same as it was at least even what a week ago. It has gotten so much better.
Of
And I
course.
think obviously having these conversations with you helps, and spending time with myself helps. There's lots of things that help.
Take the
Yeah.
time to spend with yourself.
Yeah.
Take the time to spend with yourself because I'm telling you, it's so much negativity is going on out here right now. You listen to the word, you'll be a wreck.
Yeah.
You really would. I'm like, I'm not listening to that. This doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
You can say this and this and that. I'm not buying it. It's not applying to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. You made me aware of where you at, but don't try to
Don't try to put that on me.
don't try to put that on me.
I like that. You
I'm
made
not
me aware of where you are. That has nothing to do with me.
got nothing
Okay.
to do with me.
Okay, I got it.
Nothing
Has nothing to do
whatsoever.
with me. Energy bubble. Energy bubble.
I mean, you just can't.
Where's my sage? Like,
You
Clear.
just can't.
yeah, yeah.
You just
You're
can't.
right. You're right.
I mean, I we would love to get to a place where there is no negative thought come to us, but I'm telling you, people put stuff out there in order to control you.
Yeah. And I do. I want to get to that place. And I think that's all part of this process is getting to the place where I do recognize that thoughts are just things. That's it. Like you have the power to manipulate them. And my friend, she's really helping me a lot with that. That, thoughts are just things. And once you realize a thought coming in, it's just a thought coming in. Like you have the power to respond to the thought. And so I'm like, yes,
Or you can send it right on
yeah,
down
you
the
can
road.
send it right on down. And so that's where I am. I'm just really trying to like just get my thoughts together. Like when they come in, recognizing it almost as if it was just like a looking at, oh, that's a salt lamp over there, or that's a pillow. Like just that matter of fact. I want to be like that. I do. So thanks anyway.
You have to be very stern in what you believe, because if you don't, you can be easily manipulated. I mean, people can turn you this way, that way. They'll turn you every way except the right way.
And I don't want anything to control me.
No,
Like I don't want people, I don't want thoughts, I don't want food, I don't want anything to control me. Like I want to be like fully in my knowing of myself. I do. And especially when it comes to this, but I have to be honest, like this has controls me. It has. It's had like on me.
because you
And I'm
paid
like, get
attention
off.
to it and you focused on it.
Yeah. Just like get off me.
You're right. You gave it that power.
Yeah. I did.
Don't give it that. Don't give it that. You can't do that. You owe yourself better than that.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to.
I'm gonna do it. No, seriously. Like, I know it's gonna be like a daily thing, but I'm gonna really like,
Oh, sure. You got to
Practice.
do it daily
Yeah.
so it become a habit.
yeah.
Because when those thoughts gonna come to you immediately, you can come back there.
Yeah.
Close the door to it. Slam. We're not gonna even talk. When I see you coming, slam. If it's not something I want, slam. Slam the door.
That's what I'm starting.
You're not coming in.
Away from me, Satan. I'm serious. I'm gonna start calling it that.
But that's what it is. If it's not doing you any good, what is it? It is Satan. He want to deceive you. He want to manipulate you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. Very helpful. You guys got to see, like, be a fly on the wall. This is how me and my dad talk usually all the time about
Yes,
stuff.
that's true.
He helps me a lot, and yeah, so I hope this helps someone else. Yeah.
Yes.
All
If
right.
you don't want the best for yourself, no one else can tell you. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, until next time.
Peace, homie.
Peace.